and Maureen were watching these like they're like animated shorts last night. I think it was called Something in Robots. You might have watched it. It's on Netflix.
Something in robots.
Yeah, it's
Um,
got nothing to do with. Well, I mean, there's sometimes they have robots in them and stuff, but like it's not like what the main thing is, you know.
oh, okay.
Um, and we were watching this one that was like the American military in like some country in the Middle East,
Mhm.
and so immediately I was just like, oh, and and then the twist about it was that like they had like werewolf soldiers as well as the regular soldiers, and I was just like,
This kind
oh,
of sounds a bit shit.
like there's two things that I really don't care that much about:
Mhm.
the U.S. military or just the military in general, and
But
werewolves.
specifically the U.S. military.
It's like it's the U.S. military fighting in the Middle East that I just don't care about.
Yeah, like pick a different place.
Like, I mean, why don't I mean like you've got the freedom of like
The whole world.
you've got the freedom of anything when you're making up like like some kind of fantasy animated short.
Mhm.
Why did you choose like America fighting in the Middle East of all places? You could have just made up an entirely new land. And fair enough, maybe in that film it wasn't called Middle East, but it looked like the Middle East, and the people that lived there, like the people that lived in the Middle East. So, and no, my question was just like, what are two things that as soon as you like see them,
You're like,
just immediately just kind of like not interested at all.
well, apart from the obvious like football.
Oh my god. Sorry. What is it, Mark? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, football.
Football, just as soon as football's mentioned, my brain switches off.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered listening to it, and I know that this is gonna sound really wide to everyone who likes football, but when people talk about football, they don't give a fuck if the other person who they're talking to about football is interested in football. They just keep talking about it, and it's like,
A
stop
lot of
it.
the time, like when you work in like bars and stuff, people like chat to you and they're like, "Oh, what did you think of the game last night?" or something like that, and you're like, I don't know, man. Like I don't watch sports, like specifically football, but like I don't watch sports like in general. And they're like, ah, okay, well, I guess you wouldn't have seen that like Celtic beat the Arsenal by this many points. I don't know.
It's like, is that a good thing? Is it a
And
bad
then I'm
thing?
but for starters, it's like, well, I mean, I already told you that I didn't watch. I don't watch.
Yeah, of course I wouldn't have seen it.
Of course, I wouldn't have seen that. Like, and they're like, oh well, the team that I support did a belter of a job. I. Okay. I'm dead, Fraser.
Oh no!
Well, I'm not dead, but I'm very almost dead.
Don't die. That is the plan.
Right.
That is the strategy.
If I can sit here for like 5 seconds, I think I'll be okay.
I think you will manage to sit there for 5 seconds. Don't you worry.
My shields are going up rapidly, at least.
Rapid shield increase.
Alright, okay, that's me. That's me all good in the hood.
Fantastic.
Okay, what's another one then, Fraser?
Well, yeah, because football was kind of obvious, wasn't it?
I feel like, a lot of people like football, but like a lot of people also don't like football.
Yeah, it's just the people who do like football are numerous and loud.
Yeah, that's one thing I've never quite understood. Like, what the point being loud about it is.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. All right,
Like,
let's stand on
like,
this.
if your team won or something like that, like you being loud about it doesn't mean that they won more.
Yeah.
You're just being
Just
loud
makes
about
you
it,
loud.
and everyone kind of wants you to stop chanting and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the second thing for you, at least?
It's a really good question because I feel like I won't get it until I take a look at some things.
Yeah.
I don't really care about, you know, like spy films, especially
Yeah.
James Bond. I just
Yeah.
don't care. It doesn't interest me even in the slightest. Cars, I don't care about cars, racing games, things like that. I'm dying.
I mean,
by the way.
I think cars can look cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
That, like other than like seeing a car that I think looks a bit cool, I'm just like, okay. It's a car.
Oh no, and it's you getting slammy whammied.
I am getting slammy whammied.
8 seconds, 5 seconds. If you can survive
Oh
5.
God.
Oh no! It's just that's a really hard point to attest.
Yeah. How am I getting so many less kills than you? I don't,
Yeah, you've got such a big
what
gun.
am I doing?
I'm gonna try a
I need
different
to
gun.
step up my game.
Do you want to try a different map?
No, not.
No.
Yeah, don't mind.
All right. I thought you were gonna say no.
Not. Well, we'll give. I guess.
Giving this
Well,
one
we've
another
already
blast.
left, so. Oh no, we haven't left. Okay, so yeah, we'll give this one another blast and see what happens. Well, I'm trying to think of something that I know you don't care about. Oh wait, no, you said
Yeah,
spy films.
spy films and cars.
Yeah, yeah.
Often the two go together. The spy will have a really cool car, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it's like a particularly spy car kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember thinking James Bond was cool when I was a kid, but for some reason now it's just kind of like I couldn't think of like a film that comes out every now and then that I could care less about, you know.
Mhm.
It's also just kind of one of these like old British things
Yeah.
that like for some reason the whole country or well,
Yeah, and when you're like, I don't like
UK.
James Bond, and they're like, shut up, you do like James Bond.
Yeah.
How can you not? You're like offending me.
Yeah, like I remember one of my mum's ex-boyfriends. He had like this like big like metal box that had like all the James Bond films that had ever been released up until like that point in time. And I'm like, there was like, I feel like there was like 20 DVDs in it or something like that, and I was just like, you know, at the time I was like, oh yo, that's super cool. But thinking back on it now, like if I went into someone's house, and no offense if you do happen to have one of these box set things, but if you had like a metal case, like metal protective case for like 20 James Bond films, I'd be like, why?
Yeah, I mean, like, if that's what you really like,
they're
then
just spy films. Like,
yeah, they totally are.
What?
There's nothing special about them. Correct.
I get more enjoyment watching Spy Kids. And like, you know, it's a ridiculous film.
Correct us if we're wrong, but why, especially now the modern ones, maybe back in the day it was like James Bond was quite special because it was the first film to have big budget spy action. It was like, whoa, this has never been done before.
MI5, yeah, that exists in the UK. We're finally getting to see maybe some glimmer of what actually goes on there.
Yeah. So it was pretty like, whoa, cool action film. Nothing like this. But now it's just like, are you really that hyped about, are you really hyped about what James Bond's next car is gonna look like and what his next girlfriend's gonna look like? And
Yeah. What his next bad guy's gimmick's gonna be?
Yeah, is he gonna have a hat? Is he gonna have a golden penis?
I don't know if
they've gone through all the other body parts.
Yeah.
Gold finger, golden eye, golden leg, golden arm.
Silver. There was that guy that called Jaws. You know, he had silver teeth. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Oh yes.
I think that might have been in the Spy Who Loved Me or something like
Gold
that.
teeth. Die another day. Oh yes, the point.
Bye.